Good day, good day, good day. I'm hoping you can hear me. I didn't hear my last. I don't think that there was any sound on the last one that I did. Good day. Were you able to hear the sound on the last one I did, Mark? Good day. Oh, yes, yes,
Were you able to
okay.
hear the sound on the last
Oh,
one I
my.
did, Mark? Good day. Oh, yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. I don't know what is wrong with my equipment, but I just did that live and did the Rainbow Bridge, and I did not hear any sound. So I was checking to see if there was any sound on it, but I got this one. But anyway, good day. Much love to you and yours. This is Regina's Rabbit Hole with Siren Buddha Medicine, and I was just going over some notes I was really holding on to. The Rainbow Bridge. I was doing some notes looking at Santos Bonacci presentation, and he was going over Jehovah Elohim. I've been doing cross-referencing with Bobby Hemmett and Dan Winters in regards to color and frequency and movement. Now, today I was looking at color, and I was looking at the way that we see things, okay? I've been going over how when witnesses see things, their recount, you're going to bring all the indoctrination with you, okay? The time that it takes to be able to see something, and then the way our brain recalls seeing things, it actually flips the information right side up. We see things upside down, and then it gets flipped right side up, okay? So there's a torus field that happens even when we recall information. When we see things, we're bringing in all the previous indoctrination and all the things that we have learned that it's on the shelf. We learn what it is that is before us. We learn about colors. We learn about shapes. We learn about our environment. So we have color. Good day, beloved. I don't think that you guys could hear my last live feed, and so I had to go back over it again. So I'm talking about color, and I'm talking about the Rainbow Bridge. In our eyes, our irises, we flip things. So we have the flip of the iris. While I was studying about color, there was the play on words that came up. Luck of the Irish, flip of the Irish, luck of the Irish. I was thinking of the Taurus field. What I was thinking of with luck of the Irish was the disclosure when we look at movies, thinking of the way our eyes work when things move, like a witness's recount, and how difficult that can be because of all the other things that come into play when we see things. So I was thinking of these irises and how we see color, even in regards to my studies with my cross-referencing. So this Taurus, us, Taurus, these words came playing around, sparking off this color, making light in my brain. Taurus, Taurus, us, US, U.S. United States, altered states, deep state, MK, all the mind control that's going on right now. I was looking at the disclosure and how we look at movies, how we look at moving pictures. Even when you look at subliminals and advertising and how that's actually used to their advantage, where you can put so many pictures in that a mind can absorb per second. And then you can stick in a subliminal, and a mind, our brains doesn't even realize that it saw it, can't even recall it. So we're looking at the disclosure and these movies and these moving pictures. Well, we have this television where things are flipped upside down and backwards, taking our essences through induction and feeding them back to us so that we feel like it can't be us, it must be them. We're not capable. It's only those within this box, within that spectrum of light, that Luciferian stuff. Blotting out, whitewashing, blotting out knowledge and wisdom that comes from the darkness, that space that we don't know, not all the stuff that we can already recall. It's taking the time to figure out what it is. So I'm looking at this wide spectrum of thought, realizing we are a legion. It's a legion of thought. We send out armies and legions to fight on our behalf because someone else doesn't have our idea, our aha. They're not sharing our aha moment with us. So we send out legions of other light code beings of thought. Disciples, we send them out. Pawns. So I'm just looking at the rainbow and the spectrum of color and where we are with that and our deep state with this mind control and altered states while we're here in United States. Some people tour us. Colors are a tour us. And this leprechaun, this funny little leprechaun looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And how our perceptions and color and traveling with ascension on this journey of ascension, we have these colors. And these colors break down into the tree of life and other frequencies. So we have Chronos, which is the darkness, the space where we don't know where all this stuff comes from. And we have Rhea. Whether we like it or not, these colors are before us, and we can blow up in a positive direction, a mutually beneficial direction, or we continue to blow up in a counterproductive direction. And this torus, this globe, this field of thought, that's the only thing that's whirling around. The only thing that's whirling around in our brains is our thought and our minds in this maze. We have a mind. Never mind. So we have these things that we've been indoctrinated to on the shelf in our minds. And when we go to understand something, we have a recall. These carbon bodies, these crystals go to recall. We take our needle out in our brain. We go and feel around and we find the information and we add it to what it is that we saw. We witness it like these moving pictures. So we have the luck of the Irish. And I was thinking about our historical content, the planetary history, I was thinking of Dogon and the Essenes, the Dogon and the Essenes lineage. And I was thinking of kings and queens and all that glitter ain't gold. And thinking of the whitewashing, excuse the interruption. Or the hiding things in cloaks of darkness with fear. On this Rainbow Bridge, it's how we break down and are able to interpret, feel our way through the tree, through these fields of space, is the way that they feel and how they emulate color in this holographic field, right? So we paint with our bodies, we paint with our carbon bodies, with our diamond bodies. We purify ourselves. That's the gold at the end of the rainbow that this leprechaun was always trying to protect or hide, keep from people. That gold is us at the end of the purification process as we climb up the tree, as we go through ascension, as we understand both sides, light and dark, Chronos and Rhea, as we become Jesus, Jesus, a lightning bolt, lighting away ourselves, able to purify the earth, able to atone, fine tune. These colors break down into frequencies. Yellow, right? So we have red, and yeah, on a scale it's a lower frequency, but that too, see how we have a pole, can also be used. We got infrared, which allows us to see in the dark. And then you have violet. Violet is a higher spectrum, and no, you can't see it. We have ultraviolet. And that can clear out bacteria and germs. They use it to clear out ultraviolet light to clear out bacteria. And we use infrared light to see in the dark. And we know that orange is a cleansing color. And we know that yellow and green and blue also have significance. Blue for communication. What is the ocean in the sky saying to us? We have green, which sustains us, also brings our nutrients. What is 90 degrees saying to us at green? What other things are attached to this that we don't know about, that we can't see? It's sacred, like yellow. So we climb this tree. We climb these colors, this rainbow bridge. And also with the disclosure that came to me while I was in my notes, with the play on words, was I recently went to see Aquaman. And in that movie, the Rainbow Bridge was sunken into the ocean. Studying Odin, we know that the Rainbow Bridge was in the sky. Looking at the history, planetary history in Atlantis, the Rainbow Bridge was something else. And in the same way that we look at the Bible as a literal event, it's a literary piece of work. It's a literary piece of work that we were taught to take literally. I know this information is very strong because I'm being interrupted in all kinds of ways. Weird stuff happened today. Okay, so it's more than one dimension. That literary piece of work can be taken literally or figuratively. It's astronomical. It's astrology. It's big. It's legion. It breaks down into parts. It's fractal. It's the Rainbow Bridge. It's a rainbow of thought. It's an array, Rhea, whether we like it or not. There's a planetary history. And this Rainbow Bridge, and the same way we were looking at it one-dimensional, or even two-dimensional. It's more than that. It's a legion of thought. Okay? These are entities. These are entities. Separate beings that work together in this torus field, toward us. Hitler said that America had its Jews, the jewels. In the Bible, it says, you have stolen my jewels, you took my copper and my gold. We atone. We are capable of traveling this rainbow bridge and purifying ourselves and fine-tuning, atoning with our many bang bangs, Tommy knocking on the rainbow bridge to change the consciousness of the entire earth grid with our thought, with our thought, with our Thor, with our hammer. We can bang on this thing if we only take accountability for our thought and don't give the reins to Santa Claus, to some other thing usurping and stealing our own internal power and ability to use our Creator's power, the earth grid power, and the things that we have at hand are in our very eyes. This pot of gold is us at the end of the rainbow. We are the stuff that we need to put ourselves back online again. So as above, so below, as within, so without. We project it. Wasn't meant just to stay in our minds. And this information wasn't with one particular group of people. So now that we know, and the constellations, like we have gates and stuff, and times when things open and close that are also attached. We have gates that open and close when it comes to these colors. That's where you end up with with planets and alignments that are attached to these colors. You have the chakra system and the tree of life. And so that's the rainbow bridge within our minds, as being able to look at the fractals. Okay? And utilize the spectrum of thought, of color. So this was Regina's rabbit hole. This was talk therapy. These were my notes looking at the rainbow bridge. Flip of the iris, luck of the Irish, with these movies and the technology with the television and the moving pictures, and being able to have total recall for our carbonated bodies, our crystal beings, our rainbows, our indigos. Our ancestors are telling us we don't lose our essence. Essence don't lose us, let's put it that way. We just forget where it is, and it's the flip. It's like just a joke. It's all right in front of our face. It's inside of us even. We are it. We are the stuff. We are the rainbow bridge, and we all have access to a frequency. And even if one did have access to only a lower spectrum of frequency, use the infrared. Make it work for you. If you're violet and nobody can see you, at least you can use the ultraviolet and be able to clean some of the bacteria and the germs. If you can see the full range and you have access, then use it. Paint lovely. Paint beautiful, wonderful things across the earth. Across this torus field of thought. This field of thought. That's the game. That is the football game we should be watching. This big game. They want us watching the little game where we see the symbolism, and then they take our essence through induction, through bending the universal laws and this polarity that I'm speaking of. This is Legion. We don't want to be Legion. No, we don't want to be. We want to be scared of the word. Ooh, Legion. But we send our legions out across the earth to kick somebody else's butt, to kick the ball, to kick their football all over the field because they don't agree with our thought process. They don't have the same light code frequency. But we say to ourselves, peace. Don't get upset. They don't want you to get upset, but they send legions of thoughts, little tiny bang bangs across the earth to fight wars. But here we have the art of war. If you really get at it, and these people love war, it's fought in the confines, and the darkness, and the space, and between our ears, in our minds, where we flip it. And it's been the luck of the Irish, is it? This little leprechaun floating around right in our face with this pot of gold we want so bad. That pot of gold is within us, even if you think of, the embedding of the ideas and the culture and the history, the planetary history that even looks at the sciences and the spiritual sciences, which should be one thing, that are segmented. While we were sleeping, somebody took all our stuff and compartmentalized it and didn't tell us to tour us, tour the United States, fly deep state, fly MK, altered states, find the leprechaun, flip of the iris, luck of the Irish, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Come to the U.S. Place of dreams, right? Where the road is paved with gold. Where the streets are paved with gold. Where every house has a white picket fence. So it's all right there, you know what I'm saying, in the confines of our minds. But the reason why they're trying to keep that pot of gold from us, I realized while I was watching this, even talking right now, right? I have this little chart where you look at the rainbow, because I'm looking at the upper and lower, doing cross-referencing. So I'm looking at the upper and lower tree, the tree of knowledge and the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and the tree of life. So some of us are just here living and following along the lines of what we were told to do, living nice and clean and easy, following a particular design that was set before us. And these are the religions and stuff like that. Others are following another rainbow bridge, which is truth, knowledge, wisdom. That's the other tree. So I put the trees together and I'm yapping off my jaws and it looks like a mouth. Even, it looks like your jaw. Two rainbows. And what comes out of our mouth and what comes forth, the light code frequency that makes Tauruses that make alliances to kill, steal, and destroy, or to heal and complete and nurture and build and things like that. So this double blade in our mouth is encased with this two sets of teeth that protect the rainbow bridge. The skull and everything, all this sound and everything has to come out of the mouth. Unless you toot. I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, yeah. So you can take a rainbow and then the mirror of it is looking like the mouth. And I was just thinking about that double-edged blade that we have. And how the mouth is the Taurus field, hot and cold, and can be used. We have that pole in this dualistic plane, and that's where they're utilizing the induction. The excess energy that we're not using is the stuff that we don't want to touch. We don't want to know. That's the luck of the Irish. We want to be stupid. We don't want to know. We want to give it to them. All those cultures with the Santa Claus and the leprechauns, movies, moving pictures, things that are right in front of our face that we're not seeing because of our previous indoctrination and our programming. Is it all just a dream? Deep state, mind control, Nazi paper clips, even looking at that paper clip, at the shape of the paper clip, at Atlas, all this symbolism. And what they're using is us. They even put melanin inside of pills to help people go to sleep. In order to purify the earth, you need bones. This whole thing is the snake that eats itself. So we can purify the thing or we can corrupt the thing. But it moves, and it is a Taurus. Taurus, purify this pot of gold. So I was thinking of, us being crystals and indigos and rainbows. How we're carbon beings. How we hold in a record of time. How we're diamonds. Us carbon beings. What does carbon do? It's coal. Fuel. So it's the way that we see things and the way that we look at things, and we can still flip it around. Taurus golden, Taurus rainbow, Taurus ultraviolet, or Taurus infrared. Taurus, but we see you now. Taurus, but we're complete. We're moving toward wholeness, toward holistic, toward more balance. A leprechaun. Hitler said the U.S. had the jewels. We are jewels. This leprechaun has the pot of gold. We are golden. Things are built through us. Through us. Us. Altered states. We are legion. We are an array, Rhea, of color that comes from Cronus, from the deep space. We are electromagnetic spectrum of being. We are light codes being. Whether it's the lower state of fractality or the higher state of fractality when it comes to these colors. With our lives we paint and we say things and we do things and we're indoctrinated with things and we hold records, we hold an account of emotion. And this emotion can cause dis-ease. Taurus, are we gonna make you sick? Can you eat our food? Can you swallow what we're giving you to eat? Since you are what you eat, and everything is food. Everything can be nurturing or an issue. So even in a way that we see things, very much so, when I was looking at these notes, I had to just do it right now. These play on words. Luck of the Irish, flip of the Irish, and Taurus, and U.S., United States, altered states, and paperclip, and the Atlas and all that jazz. This was Regina's rabbit hole. This was Siren Buddha medicine. And I'm talking about the Rainbow Bridge. Atlantis, Atlas. Just like the Bible is more than one-dimensional, discord, causing discord one-dimensionally. We are an array of color, a torus, a moving field, not stagnate. The Rainbow Bridge, like in the movie Aquaman, sunk into the ocean, into deep state. So is it us? Do we know who we are now? Are we learning at least? Are we building a bridge with ourselves? Are we altering the states? Are we flipping what we see in our iris, in our heart, in our dome, what we're gleaming? Like Odin, the Rainbow Bridge was in the sky. And this blue, what do we get from the color blue? The sky and the ocean. I love how we break down, how we're so coded. I mean, you could look at one color all day and just find so much of you, so much we didn't know. So much beautiful things. Just one color. And then, like a painter with an easel, you can mix them together and we do all kinds of stuff. Darker or lighter with an easel, with a paintbrush. With our mouths, we're changing the consciousness grid of the earth. With our state of being, with our color, with who we are, with our essence, with what's inside of our tube. With our sacred geometry. Anyway, yeah. These were my notes for the Rainbow Bridge. Much love to you and yours. I'm out. Hopefully you can hear it this time and I don't have to do it all over again. Thank you, family.